Hello there, everybody. Really quick disclaimer, my hands are on the steering wheel, my phone is mounted, and I am looking mostly over the camera and onto the road. So now that that's out of the way, I wanted to do a video to get some information out to everybody because I've been having a lot of the same conversations with my fellow colleagues in the insurance industry, as well as consumers that are both my clients as well as people who are not my clients, about what is going on with rates, availability, and the market. So first, I wanted to just address, if you have seen your rates go up, you are not alone. It's not only that you are not alone, this is going to be everybody's reality for at least, my prediction is, the next 2 years, pretty solid. All the carriers are going through a huge disruption in the market, and that disruption is hitting our consumers directly, but everybody that is in a sales position, owns a business, has clients with their policies, are having to have these conversations every day. And I hate to be the messenger that gets shot, but we're all going to be taking pretty significant rate hikes. And people are wondering why. Insurance companies are greedy, we can't use our insurance. Well, the reality of the fact is, we have had year over year unprofitability due to catastrophic losses since basically 2017. And our insurance commissioner, Ricardo Lara, was more interested in locking in his re-election in 2022 than he was taking any care and concern over the consumers and the carriers that which he represents. And the reason this is a huge problem is the fact that he thought it was going to keep the people happy by freezing insurance rates since the pandemic. The major problem with that was the fact that we again were having year over year catastrophic losses on the homeowners and fire insurance side, as well as increased rates, increased costs associated with auto insurance. Cars were valued significantly more in the last several years than they've ever been for the used car market, for the new car market. So total losses to cars were costing significantly more than ever before. Supply chain issues, inflation, and yet the insurance rates had to stay stagnant and get only what they could, which was basically mileage changes, or for homeowners policy, just year over year coverage increases that were generating rate. So here we are now, 2023, and now the floodgates have been opened. All the carriers have filed for immense rate increases to make up for the rate that they could not take for the last 3-5 years. So what this means for you as a consumer is, I'm sorry to tell you that these are going to be the new normals. Your $1,000 a year home premium, $2,000 a year home premium, we're going to see $3,000-$4,000 a year. I used to gasp when I would hear that Texas premiums, Oklahoma premiums were like $3,000 a year for homeowners policies, and I thought that was outrageous. Well, tornadoes, hailstorms, things that were regular were causing the rates to be high. Well, welcome to California, and your fire insurance is now your biggest loss that's coming across. And thankfully we had no fire season this last end of 2022, but then we got hit with a huge, massive El Nino storm that just completely devastated California, and all the homeowners that are now calling because they had water damage and wind damage and everything in between. So to think Californians, oh, our climate is moderate or this or that, well, in all reality, we're still dealing with a huge amount of losses, and unfortunately the insurance premiums have not been able to keep up with the risks that we are still holding. So what, again, I've been talking to so many people about lately is what to do. Well, in all reality, I hate to say this, but now is not really the time to change your carrier. If you've got good coverage with a good carrier, don't change it. Your rates are not going to be like massively improved carrier to carrier, and the fact is, if you've got something good right now and there's a questionable ability to come back to that same carrier, I would not risk it. So request a review with your agent. If you don't have an agent and you're dealing with an 800 number, sorry, but you should really have somebody to help advise you on this kind of stuff. All my clients out there, get online and schedule a time to review the policies with me, and I'm happy to do that. Just so people know a little bit more, auto insurance rates are also going up, and that is also relative to the cost of cars, the cost of repairs, the cost of liability claims. If you have umbrella insurance, hold tight on that one, because a lot of carriers are getting out of the market for that, or maybe non-renewing, and you're going to have to switch companies for your umbrellas. Lawsuits in California are just stupid crazy, and people sue for everything that they can. My not catchphrase, but what I like to say is, you got to be playing defense because someone else out there is playing offense. So know that your umbrella policy is your protection to protect all of your assets if you were to be sued because someone out there is looking for their payday. So if anything, on this Friday, that I had a few minutes to be hands-free, uninterrupted in the car, and can send out a message. I hope this gave you a little bit more information about what's going on in the market. I'm sorry to let you know that things are very grim in the insurance industry right now, but unfortunately they are. We're taking everything day by day. We're having changes with all sorts of carriers every day. You guys know that, I live and breathe farmers, but we have had to work with other companies because Farmers has stopped offering a lot of products, and we've had to work with other companies to get those products to our clients. The unfortunate part about that is now we're seeing with all of these other carriers that they are also restricting back and not continuing to do business in California, or limiting how much business they do in California, and not offering all sorts of products. So again, what I'm telling people right now is hold on and stick it out the best that you can. If you got to change your pay plan to monthly or something like that to be able to deal with the price increases, do it, because again, it's not going to get any better anytime soon. So again, if you got questions, let me know. Happy to help, and have a good Mother's Day weekend.